Hello everyone, welcome you all in my YouTube channel. Virtual Help will help you to solve your small query to complete your task on a computer system. Before I start today's topic, please subscribe my channel and click on this bell icon. When you click on this bell icon, you will see my channel videos on our first preferences, and please share my channel for those people who need a virtual support.
Are understanding more powerful about the programming, but it is not compulsory in O level especially you have to know about any high level language. This said, as compared to the requirement of CIE, this said the student should aware to analyze the situation, to identify the errors, or the student can perform a small task given by a instructor. Yes, I know the Python is best, PHP is best, and .NET is there, Java is there. But in O level, they are not targeting any high level language. They said that if we discontinue, if we continue with the high level language, so there is a chances in a CIE examination that the student did a mistake in P2. They said the examiner report says that while they are using the pseudocode, the student making a lots of mistakes. But before we are going to start our problem solving and design, there are few basic requirements where the student should aware of all this the basic requirements. Number one thing, the student should aware of the computer system. What is the computer system and what are the requirement of the computer system, and why we all needed a computer system for to complete our task or to fulfill our requirement. Is the definition which is mentioned in your book as well. A computer system is made up of a computer software, data, hardware, communication, and people. Each computer system can be divided up to into a system of subsystems. Each system can be further divided into systems, subsystems, and so until each system, subsystem just perform a single action. The computer system nowadays we all are using. It is not only about it is only the computer. For example, we all are using a different type of computer in our daily life. Either we are going to the market, either we are going to purchase something, shopping mall, to eat something in the restaurant, to meet someone. Anyhow, any one of the two places we have to face a computer system. This said, the computer system or the computer terminology, it's not talking about a single task. They said the computer system is working on a multiple subsystem. Like for example, which type of the component the computer system is required to perform. Number one, software they required, because without the software you are not able to utilize the feature of hardware, as we already discussed this part in operating system. Remember, we discussed the operating system is a bridge between a hardware and a user. Without the software, hardware is useless, because the user is not able to use the hardware if there is a no operating system on a computer system. Data, then for the data you are storing over there or retrieving from there. Hardware, because the tangible thing of a computer system as compared to the software is very much important for the computer system. At the same time, the hardware is also very much important for a computer system. It's mentioned very clearly in operating system, okay, if you have a software and you do not have a hardware, so then your software is useless. If you have a hardware and there is a no software, then your software is useless. At that time, I give you the example of my mobile phone as well. Okay, there is a new update has update come, and my after the update my phone is did not respond properly. I have a hardware, but the hardware is not supporting the software. Then I updated my mobile Android. I updated the latest one. I got the very good software over there, but my hardware is not supporting over there. So the both should be working according to the need. Then the communication and the pupil. You make a computer system for the pupil. If there is a no pupil, then it is useless. And the computer system is working on a software, and as we already know, the software is mean step by step instruction. The computer system is working on a particular or customized or a ready-made program to perform a different task. But in a single program, they have a multiple programs. The subsystem, I can just make more easy for you. The subsystem is mean that the small task of your computer system. For example, in your book it's also mentioned that the computer system we all are using, we have to face a different type of the computer in our daily life with a different type of the task. They give one example in your book about the alarm app, the clock alarm app in your smartphones. They said that there is an app in your mobile phone where you set up a timing for the alarm. You said you wanted to wake up in the morning 8 o'clock, so you set your alarm as a 8 o'clock one. Okay, when the time is trigger, automatically ring has to raise. Okay, automatically ringing will start in your phone. Whatsoever the ring you will select depending on you, but which type of the task it is a small one. The Android you all are using, Elijah, Windows 10 is totally different, and Windows XP, they both are operating system. Now maybe you can say that now the latest hardware is not supporting Windows XP. Windows 10 to can support now because it's a current Windows. Okay, Windows XP is outdated. So for the Windows XP, you require the old hardware to run. In the latest computer, you can't install Windows XP because the requirement of the Windows XP is very low, and nowadays the computer system is totally different. Like a resolution, the resolution is totally different. Now, so I heard that the Windows 7 is also outdated. Now the Microsoft is not supporting the Windows 7. So your book is mentioned, in your book it's mentioned that a user is facing a multiple type of computer in a day. In a single, for example, we took the example of a desktop computer or mobile phone. Just take the example of mobile phone. They give the example they said we have a one alarm application in the smartphone where we have to set up the time. It's a small task we are using our cell phone. When we purchase our cell phone, the cell phone have a lots of features. We compare our phone with the latest phone or the other phone. For example, we are confused with two phones. Either we go for the S20 or iPhone 11. So what we are going to do, we compare the feature. Will you use all the feature of your cell phone? I never use the 100%. Even 50% of the feature I use. Like the sensor, one or two sensor I am using, like compass, maybe sometime I am using. Okay, face recognition I am using, maybe fingerprint. These are the common one. The people, everyone is using this type of the sensor. But क्या हमने अपने मोबाइल के सारे प्रोग्राम इस्तेमाल किए हैं? इवन के तो बहुत सारे फीचर्स आपके फ़ोन के ऐसे जो हमें पता ही नहीं है, जो हमें उसको कॉन्फ़िगर करके देखने होते हैं. इसी तरीके से जो भी कंप्यूटर सिस्टम है, क्योंकि मोबाइल फ़ोन इज़ ऑल्सो अ टाइप ऑफ कंप्यूटर सिस्टम, इट इज़ कमिंग अंडर द अम्ब्रेला ऑफ माइक्रो कंप्यूटर. ठीक है, क्योंकि क्यों कंप्यूटर कैटेगरी में आता है? इट कैन टेक इनपुट, it can process the data, and it can show you the output as well. It has a memory, it has a CPU, memory temporary and permanent, both memories is there. Okay, control central processing unit also there. So it is also a small pocket computer system. So computer system has a multiple type of programs which can perform individual tasks. For example, अगर हमें अलार्म लगाना है तो अलार्म के लिए एक अलग से सॉफ्टवेयर है. अगर मुझे रिकॉर्डिंग करनी है तो रिकॉर्डिंग का अलग से सॉफ्टवेयर है. अगर मुझे कोई प्रेजेंटेशन शो करनी है तो उसका एक अलग से सॉफ्टवेयर है. तो कंप्यूटर सिस्टम के अंदर जो ये सब सिस्टम्स की बात कर रहा है और सब सिस्टम्स के अंदर मजीद सब सिस्टम्स की बात की जा रही है, वो यही बता रहा है कि हर प्रोग्राम के अंदर एक अपना प्रोग्राम है. उस प्रोग्राम को फुलफिल करने की रिक्वायरमेंट करने के लिए एक छोटा सा प्रोग्राम अलग से बना हुआ है, जिसकी एग्जांपल आपके किताब के अंदर अलार्म की दी गई. अगर आप अलार्म की नहीं दी जाते, हमारे पास कॉल रिकॉर्डिंग है. अक्सर फ़ोन के अंदर कॉल रिकॉर्डिंग बाय डिफ़ॉल्ट होती है, बहुत सारे सेल फोन्स के अंदर नहीं होती, तो वी हैव टू इंस्टॉल वन एप्लीकेशन. देयर इज अ लॉट्स ऑफ एप्लीकेशन इज अवेलेबल ऑन द स्टोर्स. हम उसको डाउनलोड करते हैं और जो उसी एप्लीकेशन का काम है वो एप्लीकेशन वही काम करती है. जैसे कैमरा की एप्लीकेशन है. कैमरा की एप्लीकेशन किस काम करती है कि आपको फोटो कैप्चर करना है, आपको वीडियो कैप्चर करनी है. क्या आप उससे जो है सिर्फ वॉइस रिकॉर्ड कर सकते हो? नहीं, उसके लिए वीडियो आपको लास्ट भी देगा। वॉइस रिकॉर्डर के लिए आपको क्या एक अलग से एप्लीकेशन मोबाइल के अंदर दी गई है। अगर आपको व्हाट्सअप इस्तेमाल करना है तो आपको क्या डाउनलोड करनी है, व्हाट्सअप की एप्लीकेशन इस्तेमाल करनी है। ऐसा तो नहीं कि आप हवा में इस्तेमाल कर लो। जो आपका वेब व्हाट्सअप है, क्या वो बगैर आपके मोबाइल के चल जाएगा? नहीं। ठीक है, इसी तरीके से कंप्यूटर के अंदर उसके सब सिस्टम एंड सब सिस्टम बनाए गए। हमने कंप्यूटर आर्किटेक्ट पढ़ा था, याद है, जिसमें एमडीआर, पीसी, कंट्रोल यूनिट, एएलयू हमने पढ़ा था। हर किसी का एक अपना टास्क है। जब डेटा मेमोरी में आएगा तो उसका एड्रेस कहाँ पर होगा, फिर डेटा कहाँ जाएगा, ये हमने सारी चीजें एक एक करके पढ़ी कि एक वो हार्डवेयर था। उस हार्डवेयर के अंदर भी जब इतने सब कंपोनेंट्स बने हुए हैं जो हर किसी का काम अलग अलग तरीके से करेंगे। एएलयू लॉजिकल ऑपरेशन और अरिथमेटिक ऑपरेशन करेगा, दूसरे काम जो है वो डायरेक्ट मेमोरी में चले जाएंगे। मेमोरी एड्रेस कहाँ होगा, एड्रेस क्या होता है, जब डेटा सी पीसी के अंदर होता है तो उसका एड्रेस कहाँ पर होता है। ठीक है, जब एड्रा कंपाइल होकर प्रोसेस होता है तो फिर कहाँ जाता है, बफर क्या करेगा। ठीक है, टेम्परेरी मेमोरी किया है और परमानेंट मेमोरी किया है, फिर हमने क्या था ईपी मेमोरी किया है। हर कंप्यूटर के अंदर हर एक टास्क का हर एक डिवाइस हर एक कंपोनेंट का एक अपना टास्क होता है। इसी तरीके से कंप्यूटर सिस्टम के भी अपने अपने टास्क है। उस टास्क को बनाने के लिए, उन टास्क को देखने के लिए, उन टास्क को समझने के लिए क्या क्या स्टेप्स की आपको जरूरत पड़ सकती है या पड़ती है। टूल्स एंड टेक्निक्स, इट्स वेरी मच इंपॉर्टेंट। टूल्स एंड टेक्निक, ये टूल्स एंड टेक्निक्स वो हैं जिससे हमें ये पता करना है कि हमारे पास प्रोग्रामिंग के लिए या कंप्यूटर सिस्टम को समझने के लिए किन किन चीज़ों की ज़रूरत पड़ती है। सबसे पहले हमारे पास होता है टॉप डाउन डिज़ाइन। टॉप डाउन डिज़ाइन इज मीन दैट के हाउ यू कैन रीड योर प्रोग्राम, नो प्रॉब्लम सर, हाउ you can identify के the program is written into the bottom to top or top to the bottom, the sequence of the program, the lining. Remember we said के left hand side will start Urdu, right hand side will start English. ठीक है, we always have platform in schools when you are using a notebook and the teacher said के Urdu will always start from the right hand side and English is always starting from the left hand side of your book. So this is the menu, this is the design के top to down design. Whatever the programming method we are going to use the structure, we also using the same method top to down. We will start first line, then second line, the third line, fourth line. Always the computer system read your program in that sequence. Then the second tool or technique is structure diagram. You should be have a structure diagram of your program. Okay, the steps you can clearly identify or you mention in your flow chart, we can say, or hierarchy you can say. Excuse me. The flow chart, maybe we discuss in class 10th as well, class 9 as well. What are the flow chart? Very short way we can say the dramatically representation of your program is known as a flow chart. In the flow chart we use a different type of the shapes to show the process, to show the structure, to show the structure of the program in the form of the shapes. And we have a multiple type of the shapes and each and every shape has their own description and their own explanation to use the program. Then very important part is your pseudocode. It is not pseudocode, P is silent over here, it is a pseudocode which is very much in your CIP2. We always, as a teacher for O level, we always recommend our student कि do not make yourself confused to learn any high level language to attempt your P2. Why this statement I am making over here? Because the pseudocode is more easier, okay, and less time consuming as to write your program in high level language. High level language is required your expertise and more time to understand as compared to pseudocode. Pseudocode is normal English and instruction which is easily understood by anyone, and it will take very less time as compared to high level language. So we are target to understand a pseudocode, but definitely we will get a touch of Python and PHP if we get the time for the both, or otherwise we will focus on one. But our more focus is mean ke 90 to 95% our focus is pseudocode. Only 5 to 6% we are going to learn or discuss Python or PHP for your A level. In O level, it is not compulsory that you can use high level language. In CI, they always give you three options. Complete your task with the help of flowchart. Complete your task with the help of, complete your task with the help of pseudocode, or either you can use any high level language. We recommend to use the pseudocode option because pseudocode is more easier as compared to flowchart and high level language. But there is always one question where you can identify the trace table with the help of flowchart. So our focus will be flowchart and pseudocode, not the high level language. Then library routines. Okay, what are the tasks you are going to write in your programming language? It is known as a library routines. Then we are going to discuss over here subroutines, like a subsystem and library routine. Library routines, for example, you are writing a statement. If percentage is greater than 90, then output will be A star. Okay, this is a one library routine I write it over there. But again, if I am writing one more statement over there, else if percentage is greater than 70%, then output will be C. Okay, library routine is the first task that program has to perform, and if you are using another task inside the same routine, it will be your subroutine. Okay, so this is the tools and techniques. Number one, computer system is working on a subsystem, and every subsystem has multiple subsystem is further divided into multiple tasks to perform a single task. For example, a mobile phone we have, and there is a different application, and all the application is doing a different task as compared to others. So to complete the program, we require some tools and techniques, like your design should be top to down. You have a structural diagram with you. Flowchart should be there, which can give more good presentation of your program. Pseudocode should be there, which is shows your instruction. Library routine, you should use the library routine to perform a particular task. And subroutine is mean that you have a multiple task under the umbrella of single library. Now, in detail, Nasir, can you please read this first description, top-down design? Nasir, are you there? Okay, let it be, because I think we have a very less time, almost 10 to 12 minutes is left. So I will just quickly finish this theoretical part of your programming. So top-down design is the breaking down of a computer system into a set of subsystem, then breaking each subsystem down into a set of smaller subsystem program until each system just perform a single task. It's more easy way that you are just writing your program in step by step, like the complete program. I am using a PowerPoint presentation. Did you think on the pseudocode, the programming, a source code of programming of PowerPoint will be the same? जिस तरीके से मुझे दिख रही है इसी तरीके से होगी. पीछे क्या होगा, बैकएंड के ऊपर वो स्टेप बाय स्टेप डिवाइड किया हुआ है कि अगर यूजर स्लाइड शो पे क्लिक करेगा तो आउटपुट क्या आना चाहिए उसके पास. अगर यूजर नेक्स्ट पे क्लिक करेगा या राइट एरो प्रेस करेगा कीबोर्ड से तो स्टेप क्या होना चाहिए। ये वो सिस्टम है पावर पॉइंट का जो उसने अलग अलग स्टेप्स के ऊपर डिवाइड कर दिया है। राइट एरो से क्या होगा, लेफ्ट एरो पे क्या होगा, अप एरो से क्या होगा, डाउन एरो से क्या होगा। तो दिस ऑल आर द टॉप डाउन design which is divided your system into small chunks to perform a particular task. The structural diagram shows the design of a computer in a hierarchical way, which each level given a more detailed breakdown of a system into a subsystem. Hierarchy is mean that the umbrella, the big umbrella is there. For example, you just take the example of Sunpates. The hierarchy of the Sunpates school is that on the top level, the principal is there. It is the top one. The second line of the principal is our vice principal. For the upper Cambridge, after the vice principal, we have a dean of upper Cambridge. When we have a dean of upper Cambridge, then after that the registrar, the coordinators of the section, then the teachers we have. The teachers will further divide it into the classrooms. Class 10, class 11, class 12, class 13. Then class 10 is further divided into 2 or 3 sections. Class A, 10A, 10B, 10C. Then 11A, 11B, 11C. So it's make a hierarchy of your system diagram. It is known as a structural diagram. In the old way, we can also say entity relational diagram, ERD. Most of the time, the people use the word ERD, entity relational diagram, ठीक है, और entire rational diagram will be there. A structural diagram is always shows the hierarchy of your system, how the hierarchy of your system is working with you. If you have a book with you, so you can just open your book and you can go to the chapter 9 and there is a one hierarchy. I will show also in this slide as well okay, how the structure will be there. Flowchart. A flowchart shows that dynamically the steps required for the task, okay, and the order that they are to be performed. Flowchart are an effective way to communicate the algorithm that shows how a system or subsystem is working. The student get always confused. They said, okay, sir, we also showing in the structural diagram the hierarchy. Okay, how the system has been divided into the subsystem or a program divided into the subprograms. But a flowchart is also doing the same thing. But what are the difference? The difference between a structural diagram and the flowchart, the structure is only show the hierarchy. This is on the first, this is on the second, this is on the third, or this will be on a fourth. But the flowchart will always shows the process of the program. From where the program has started, how many input the program will take from the user, how the program will process the data, and how the program will output your result after the processing your information. So this is the major difference between structural diagram and flowchart. Pseudocode, which is very much important, very much important because the pseudocode जितना चाहे आप इसको पढ़ो ये कभी खत्म नहीं होता. हम इसके बहुत सारे सवाल करेंगे. आपको लगेगा सर आप क्या हमेशा pseudocode करवा रहे हो तो ये सवाल करते हैं. हम इसके जितने सवाल करेंगे उतना हमारे लिए कम है क्योंकि CI की जो लॉजिक्स हैं वो हम लोग की अप्रोच से बाहर है. क्यों बाहर है? क्योंकि वो रियल लाइफ सिनेरियो पे बात करता है और रियल लाइफ सिनेरियो हर बार चेंज होता है. आज एक सिनेरियो पे हम बात कर रहे हैं और लाजमी नहीं कि कल भी वही सिनेरियो रहेगा, कल वो सिनेरियो चेंज हो जाएगा. तो व्हाट इज एग्जैक्टली द pseudocode is this? Pseudocode is a simple method of showing an algorithm using English-like word and mathematical operators that are set out to look like a program. We have to write the algorithm with the help of a simple English word with mathematical operations. बहुत आसान इंग्लिश के साथ, बहुत आसान मैथमेटिक्स के साथ हम अपना प्रोग्राम लिखते हैं जिसको रन करने के बाद हमारा रिजल्ट बिल्कुल एक्यूरेट आता है. बट उस आसान इंग्लिश को, उस आसान मैथमेटिक्स ऑपरेटर्स को लिखना कैसे है ये थोड़ा सा हमें उसको सीखना पड़ता है. और एक तो डेफिनेशन आपके पास ये डिस्क्रिप्शन ये हो गई जो प्रोग्राम पे खत्म हो गई। एक और सेकंड डिस्क्रिप्शन हमारे पास ये है, नो स्पेसिफिक प्रोग्रामिंग लैंग्वेज इज रिफर्ड टू development of algorithm using pseudocode, uses generic description of looping, branching, data manipulating, input output totaling and counting techniques। जो सेकंड डिस्क्रिप्शन है वो प्योरली टेक्निकल टर्मिनोलॉजी को इस्तेमाल करके लिखी गई है, और जो पहली डिस्क्रिप्शन है वो बहुत आसान अल्फाजों में लिखी गई है कि कोई भी बंदा चाहे वो कंप्यूटर का हो या ना हो उसको वो चीज समझ में आ जाए। बट अगेन नो स्पेसिफिक लैंग्वेज इज रिफर्ड। सूडो कोड के लिए कोई लैंग्वेज रिफर्ड नहीं। आप इसको ये नहीं बोल सकते हो कि ये जावा है, ये पीएचपी है, या पाइथन है, या डॉट नेट है, या सी प्लस प्लस है। नो, सूडो कोड इटसेल्फ अ नॉर्मल जेनेरिक डिस्क्रिप्शन ऑफ लूपिंग। ये क्या है? जेनेरिक डिस्क्रिप्शन है, लैंग्वेज नहीं है। pseudocode using generic description of looping, branching, data manipulation, input output totaling and counting techniques। जो ये सूडो कोड के बाद जो अल्फाज लिखे हुए हैं, लूपिंग, ब्रांचिंग, डेटा, ये हमारा पूरा का पूरा P2 है। इन्हीं 6-7 चीजों के ऊपर आपका पूरा का पूरा P2 डिपेंड करता है। हाँ, सिर्फ डेटाबेस है, बट डेटाबेस के अंदर भी ये बहुत सारी जगहों पर ये इस्तेमाल हो रहा होता है। एक डेटाबेस थोड़ा सा आपसे अलग आएगा, बट उसमें भी वो सारी चीजें होंगी जो हमने सूडो कोड के अंदर पढ़ी होंगी। A library routine is a set of programming instructions for a given task is already available for use. It is pre-tested and usually perform a task that is frequently required। हम कोई भी टास्क देते हैं, फॉर एग्जाम्पल हमें परसेंटेज कैलकुलेट करनी है। परसेंटेज का फार्मूला हम सबको मालूम है, ऑब्टेन मार्क्स डिवाइडेड बाय टोटल मार्क्स मल्टीप्लाई बाय 100। तो ये एक लाइब्रेरी रूटीन बनी हुई है, इसका एक प्रोग्राम लिखा हुआ है, इसकी लाइन लिखी हुई है पहले से, तो वो सिर्फ हमें अपने प्रोग्राम के अंदर फीड करनी है। तो ये आपकी लाइब्रेरी रूटीन आ जाती है। अ सब रूटीन इज अ सेट ऑफ प्रोग्रामिंग इंस्ट्रक्शन फॉर अ गिवन टास्क दैट फॉर्म अ सब सिस्टम, नॉट द होल सिस्टम। सब रूटीन written in the high level programming language are called procedures or a functions depending on how they are used। सब रूटीन हाई लेवल लैंग्वेज के अंदर है, और ये भी पहले से ही डिफाइन की गई है। इनका टास्क पहले से डिफाइन होता है, टेस्टेड होती है, और या तो हम इसको फंक्शंस कह सकते हैं या हम इसको प्रोसीजर्स कह सकते हैं हाई लेवल लैंग्वेज के अंदर। 5 minutes is there, तो ऑलमोस्ट we can already covered maximum information about P2 tools and techniques। This is, remember I talking about the mobile this app, okay, how you can set up things over here। We always have a alarm app in our smartphone। What the things we have to do in the second step, we have to set up an alarm like a timing, check the timing, what are the timing you wanted to check, sound alarm, which sound you wanted to play, ठीक है। set alarm is mean you wanted to set alarm timing, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 7 o'clock or 6 o'clock। turn on or off alarm, for example today I wanted to wake up at 8 o'clock, not compulsory, it's okay, tomorrow I will going to wake up at the 8 o'clock same, maybe I have a class at 11 o'clock, so I will wake up at 9, ठीक है। play a sound for 1 minute or 2 minutes, check, sneeze, remember कि after 5 minutes again ring or not 2 minutes, we always done, reset or clear। तो this is what we are going, ठीक है, the complete line। remember when I this thing, this is a top to down design। आपने देखा ऊपर से नीचे प्रोग्राम आपका आ रहा है। स्ट्रक्चरल डायग्राम क्या है? सबसे टॉप के ऊपर आपके पास यहाँ पे स्ट्रक्चरल डायग्राम में इसने क्या दिया हुआ है? अलार्म दिया हुआ है। उसके बाद थर्ड स्टेप्स क्या होंगे? सेट अलार्म, चेक टाइमिंग और सेट टाउन साउंड। उसके बाद उसने सब इसको डिवाइड कर दिया, टाइम, अलार्म, साउंड, चेक स्नीज एंड क्लियर और रीसेट द अलार्म। तो फ्लो टॉप टू डाउन डिजाइन हमारे पास आ गया। स्ट्रक्चरल डायग्राम हमारे पास क्या आ गई कि उसने हमें स्टेप्स बता दिए कि हायरार्की लेवल क्या है। अलार्म हमारे पास सबसे मेन है, उस अलार्म के अंदर 3 अलग ब्रांचेज हैं, उन 3 के अंदर मजीद 5 सब ब्रांचेज हैं। आपका प्रोग्राम सब सिस्टम अलार्म subsystem divided into 3 subsystem, and 3 subsystem will divide it into more 5 subsystems. So this is a 2 example of your flow top design, top to down design, and your structural diagram. This one is your flow chart. Left hand side, it is your flow chart. In the flow chart, it's mentioned start box, oval. Oval is always used to show from where the program has started and when the program has ended. See, start and end, the both can use the same. This is the box rectangle with the lines. It is a predefined box. Predefined box is mean that you have a control loop or a process. A control loop, wherever you use a control loop, you have to use this type of the box. That not for the process. The process for the rectangle one. Rectangle is always use the process. The diamonds is always used for the condition. Like if the diamond box, if or any condition, wherever we talk about condition or in your program they said case of or if condition. Take a case of, take a case for and if. For both cases you can use a diamond box which always shows you the conditional box. Okay, the rectangle box is always shows you the process. Oval box is always shows you a start and end. This is the operators. We always use arrows is operators in your flow chart, and this is your pseudocode. This is your pseudocode with the simple English, like repeat is a single word, wait is also a single word, 10 is also a word, seconds, get time, until time equal to alarm time, and sound is alarm. तो अब हमें इसको कैसे करना है, क्या करना है, इसको लिखा कैसे जाता है, इसने ये गैप क्यों दिया हुआ है ये वाला, ये हम मजीद फर्दर क्लासेस में डिस्कस करेंगे. रिपीट कब इस्तेमाल होगा, ठीक है, यहाँ पर क्या हुआ कि इसने आउटपुट अलार्म कराया, साउंड को प्ले करवाया. ठीक है, ये सारी चीजें हम अभी अपने प्रोग्राम जब बनाते जाएंगे तो हम इसको टाइम टू टाइम डिस्कस करते जाएंगे. सोर्स इज योर बुक. थैंक्स फॉर लिसनिंग.
Like, share, comment and subscribe my channel.